we're good to go. Yes, we're good to go. I'll
Yeah.
just give the whole slides back to Prasad.
Start. Yep, okay. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Now let's get those energy levels up because we are about to kickstart a spectacular education session by none other than our very own DTM, Anita Naidu. She is here to help us navigate through this base camp with ease. If you are here like a sponge to absorb, you are in the right place. This room seems to be buzzing with potential, and this evening we are going to bring out the best in each one of us. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As your Sergeant at Arms, I, Toastmaster Ronald, it's my job to make sure we start this meeting on the right foot. With energy, enthusiasm, and a sense of excitement. So let's start this evening with fun-filled learning and asking right questions to clear off any doubt whatsoever. So I welcome you all to a fun-filled learning session at the New Start Toastmasters Club. Now let's read a few ground rules which we need to follow. First and foremost, put off your mobiles, sit in a quiet place in the room, in the house, so that neither you get disturbed nor the others get disturbed. We refrain from talking about sex, politics, and religion. And please respect the speakers and avoid cross discussions. Can we all repeat the club mission? Please repeat after me. Our Toastmasters Club mission
A Toastmasters Club mission
is to provide a supportive
is to provide a supportive
and positive learning experience
and positive learning experience
in which members
members
are empowered to develop communication
are empowered to develop a powerful communication
and leadership skills,
and leadership skills,
resulting in greater self-confidence
resulting in greater self-confidence
and personal growth.
and personal growth.
Okay, now without any further ado, let's raise and give a huge round of applause to welcome our Division Director TM Kaushik Chaudhary to officially begin the meeting. A few words about Toastmaster Kaushik. He's from the FMCG. He's a FMCG professional working as head manufacturing at Camelicious Camel Milk Company. He has been in Dubai for the past 9 years with his family, 6 years as Toastmasters, past president of Wings of Magic Toastmasters Club, served as coach for Rendeviers Toastmasters Club, immediate past Area 3 director. So, Toastmaster Kaushik, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ronald. Good evening, Toastmasters. Thank you very much for joining the session. Basecamp in Pathways curriculum of Toastmaster journey is similar to the Basecamp in your mountaineering journey. Like Basecamp in your journey to conquer a mountain peak, Basecamp in Pathways holds all the resources you need to achieve in your Toastmaster journey. But how many of us, irrespective of our age in Toastmasters, know about the available resources in the Basecamp? How many of us know how to use these resources to our benefit? My experience says, although it is unfortunate, but the numbers are less. Now, who can be the best person than DTM Anita, who held many leadership positions at all levels of Toastmasters, from the club to district, who mentored and still mentoring countless new and old Toastmasters. We are really lucky to have her in our division and agreed to deliver this session. I'm sure this is going to be a great help for you to reach your next level in this path. I thank her on behalf of the division team And thanks goes to our Division A PQD, Toastmaster Prasad and his team, without whose initiative this would not have been possible. Wishing you all the best. Let me not stretch it further and hand it back to Prasad to move forward. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Division Director Toastmaster Kaushik. Good evening, everyone, once again.
Good evening.
As rightly Kaushik mentioned that Basecamp in Toastmaster is like similar to the Basecamp in Montenegro. So without knowing the Basecamp, if you move ahead, it will be like an journey without a proper guidance. So who better than us to guide on this journey? So our today's trainer needs no introduction, but still I would like to just brief about her. She has a master's degree in like remote sensing physics from JNTU Hyderabad, and she had released a trade directly on a CED for the first time from prestigious Umar Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and she's a Toastmaster for a decade, and as an IT manager for 2023-24 of District 127. She has successfully conducted training on content and design software, organized workshops, and mentored numerous speakers. And while serving as Area 31 Director, she was a pioneer in creating and training District 105 members on a smooth transition from in-person meeting to the virtual meetings on Cisco WebEx. During her tenure as an AD, she found and mentor for Toastmasters Club. Her passion for Toastmaster owner across at area and division levels in international speech and evaluation contest by profession, and an innovative entrepreneur in the field of design and printing technologies. Please welcome our trainer for the day, DTM Anita Naidu.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prasad. Thank you so much to our distinguished Division Director, Toastmaster Kaushik, for initiating this particular training, which is the most needed, as already been told. And thanks to our Sergeant at Arms for starting the meeting, not just on the right foot, but also on the left foot together. And I think all of us need to put both our foot together and move forward and not backward in this journey of Basecamp. If we want to really reap the benefits of Toastmasters. Now, I'll quickly take you all through a 2-slide presentation as to who exactly needs Basecamp to go to Basecamp, and why should they be going to Basecamp. Now, can I ask a question to the audience here? Who should be going to the who are the ones who have to be going to the Basecamp, and why should they go to the Basecamp?
I think there's no exception. Everybody needs to go to the base camp. And
Okay.
going to the base camp gives you a clarity as to how you move through your levels. Basically, if you have to navigate through various levels, or even to, access the resources that helps you to prepare yourself for every speech. So I think base camp is kind of the Bible for Toastmasters.
Okay. So broadly, there are 2 categories of people who can actually be visiting, should be going to the Basecamp. One is definitely the member. So who is the which is the other category? One is the member and the other is the
Basecamp managers.
Perfect. Yes, Anne. So the other category is the Basecamp manager. And the two important updates that have happened in Basecamp 2024 is that we'll call it as 2024 because it's released in this year. Now, the one important update that has happened is earlier there were only 3 ExCom members who could actually approve levels that are submitted by members. All right. So who are the three ExCom members who were given the permission to approve?
I think Vice President Education is one, President is one,
Secretary.
and
Yeah. Third is the
Okay.
secretary.
okay.
But now we have good news, because if all these 3 are on vacation, you can feel happy that the other 4 can easily approve. So we don't have to wait for the secretary or the vice president education or the president to approve it. Even the sergeant at arms can approve, even the vice president membership can approve, and the VPPR also can approve. So all of them are now given the equal privilege and right to approve the level submitted by the members. The second most important thing that has happened here is that we don't have to go and complete approval on the Basecamp and then again go to Club Central, and there also you have to approve or rather submit the education award, which we ExCom members were doing before. And the small flaw that you could trespass, you could kind of bypass the Basecamp and directly submit it in the Club Central, and the member would get the education award. Earlier, it was that way. But now the second lap is completely eliminated. All you have to do is the member sends the approval in the Basecamp, and the ExCom member or the Basecamp manager can approve it the moment they get the mail. So now all the 7 are going to get the mail, not just the 3, the ExCom members. So as soon as you get the mail, you go into the Basecamp and approve it, and that's done. So it's a one-step thing that's happening now. So these are the 2 things that have happened majorly. And yes, there are other changes also, which you will see if you have been navigating Basecamp before. If you've not been navigating Basecamp at all, then I should say you all are in for luck, because it's like this. If you have driven in your native country and then you're driving in UAE, you might find it very difficult. But if you've never driven and you're starting in UAE, you might really be the kingpin on the road. So that's what is going to happen if people have not been using Basecamp earlier. Now, the slide which I was planning to show you all is this. If you can see here, I hope you can see. If you all cannot, then make noise. Yeah. Just a second. For a Toastmaster, what all you can do on Basecamp, there are n number of things, out of which the most important thing is to first and foremost learn to navigate the interface and choose a path. Okay, this is still not really a big thing nowadays, because all of you must have chosen your path. So that part of it is covered. The next most important thing is the feedback and evaluation form. It's a one-stop shop now. You don't have to go anywhere or everywhere, go to a different website and then pull out the evaluation forms. If you are in your Basecamp, it's very easy if the evaluator and the member and the speaker both are from the same club. There is a lot of communication that can happen. But in case the evaluator is not from the same club, he is a member of an external club, then yes, you still have to send them the evaluation form separately. But if you belong to the same club, there's so much of communication that you can do sitting in the Basecamp itself. Requesting feedback, we've been doing this off and on via chits and papers, which still I appreciate, and I really I love that way of doing it. But if you're requesting feedback from Basecamp, it directly goes to the mailbox of it goes to the Basecamp notifications of the person whom you requested. And the person, when he's going there, just like you go to Facebook or LinkedIn, you see notifications. Here also you see the bell icon where it says there's some notification with the dot. So opening it, you can see that somebody has requested requested feedback on their performance. So apart from this, yes, there's recognition, which was there before also, but the navigation is so much more simple now. And progress reports, basically for your own level progress that you're going to see there. Collaborating and communicating is how you get with team members and also communicate with evaluators. Okay. Now, and then sending your level for approval, which you've been doing earlier also. Then for the Basecamp managers, for all the XCOM members, you can help people choose their path. You can we have somebody muted? Okay. We can look at the level completions, approve it, track member progress. Also, personalized feedback and encouragement can be done. And once you are very good at Basecamp, every Basecamp manager can train new members on Basecamp. So there's a lot that's happening there if we are not restricting ourselves only to, the kind of information that we get on the internet. We just go there, pick something. Okay, I'm delivering this speech. Let me just browse quickly on Google and just, look at certain things that is there, and then you come and give the speeches. And that can be applicable for level 1 to some extent. But as you are going up the ladder of pathways, level 2, level 3, level 4, you will see that if you don't actually go through the traditional format of every step in Basecamp, you will end up with only a 5 to 7 minute speech. And after completing 5 levels also, you wouldn't see much of a transformation, a personality transformation happening within you, because you have been treating every project as a 5 to 7 minute speech and not been doing the regular homework that is needed to be done. So it is good for each one of us to go there, be there in Basecamp, hang around there, understand the project completely, and then deliver the speech. The speech is 5 to 7 minutes, not a great thing. What is needed is the prep before that. So now quickly I'll share the Toastmasters website with all of you. Okay, the moment you go into toastmasters.org, I'm sure most of you know how to get into Basecamp, right?
Yes.
My internet might be a little slow, nevertheless. It's only initially. Yeah, so once you go into Basecamp and you log into the, once you go into toastmasters.org and do the login with your name, you see that it gives you a personalized note saying welcome, Anita or so and so. Now, once you are there, go into my home. Yeah. And there is so much more that's happening here for the club leaders. You can see Club Central, etc., etc. But for a member, and each of one, even the club leader also is a member. So for every member, this particular tile is a very important tile. So we click on go to Basecamp. It takes us to the Basecamp. And this is something which is upfront there. Earlier, it used to be in text somewhere in the corner, what your path was and all. Now you can see it's bold and upfront that these are the 2 active paths that you are in currently. Like for me, it is engaging with humor and story collection. And it's telling me that currently it's in progress, these 2. Okay. Now, apart from this, you can see that, okay, it welcomes you with your name. There are 4 segments over here: the path and learning, achievements, feedback, and resources. So let's hang around in paths and learning for some time. Apart from the active paths, it also shows you the completed paths so far. Okay. So for people who ever have completed more than 1 path, or the club coach program, or the mentor program, all that is visible over here. Now, once you're happy with this part of it, okay, you've completed it, this is the area where you need to click. The area, the path that you are pursuing currently. So I'm going to click on engaging humor, the path that I am pursuing currently. Okay, once I'm here. Okay. As you can see here, everything is very upfront. It's like a proper menu on the left side, which tells you how exactly you need to navigate. So I am currently in level 3. However, you can go to the overview and look at the level 1, level 2 also. And those are the 2 levels that I have completed. So it's not showing me, but if you say expand all, it'll just show you what all projects I have completed. All right. So I have submitted both 2 levels as of now in engaging humor. Now, level 3 is what currently is I'm in progress. Is in progress with respect to my speeches. So here you can see that I've completed 1 speech and the electives also. So level 3 is ready for submit. So the moment I click on level 3 and go to engage with humor, the first speech, it will show that my level 3 is completed, so I can submit it for approval. I have not yet submitted it. I am a member of 3 clubs. So it will also give me the opportunity to submit it. If you see, these are all your subheadings, okay, the navigation part. Now I'll come to it a little after this. So when I'm here and complete your project, after I've completed this, before you move on, okay, my project is completed over here. It's telling me very clearly. Okay, so now the level 3 is completed, but I have not yet submitted. I'm going to come to that also a little later. If you look into this, the electives also over here, these are the ones which I have not yet completed. So there's only one elective which you need to complete in level 3, which has been done. Now let's go into the nitty-gritties of the how to go about navigating when you have taken up a project speech. Suppose you are like, let's say I'm taking up level 4 speech. Okay, level 4 first speech. So what I have to do over here is I need to click on level 4 and start off with the mandatory. If you're not starting with the mandatory and you want to start off with the electives, you can do that as well. See, Basecamp has got, Pathways has got this what is it called, arrangement where you don't have to really do the mandatory and then do the electives. Electives are electives, so you can do it anytime with the help of your mentor and people who have already done it. So you can always speak with them and complete one couple of in level 4, 2 are mandatory, but you can go ahead and complete all the electives that are there to make the most of the path that you have bought. Okay, so now let's go into the mandatory project, which is in level 4. For me, it is the power of humor. Okay. So you can see that the navigation bar is on the left side and the details coming on the right side. Okay. So it's a very simple framework over here. Okay. You just keep reading about this. You have the resources here to download and send it wherever you want to. But apart from that, you can see that there are over here, if I just zoom in, there are 12 slides that I need to go through before I give this speech. Okay. So the first slide is, it's going to talk about the details of this. Then I move into the next slide. Okay. So on and so forth. Now, when earlier there was an assessment before presenting your speech, an assessment after presenting your speech, and then the project is considered, the speech is considered to be complete, the level. Yeah. So now it's not like that. This is assess and reflect. Here there's something very different called know and wonder. Okay. So know is something that you already know about yourself. So that's what you're going to do. Like, you can keep adding as much as you can. Like, you know how you can connect with people using your humor. You know how to begin a humorous speech. You can just connect. You can just, I know how to begin any humorous speech. This will be my new thing. Okay. So in this manner, I can keep adding what all I know. Now, wondering is where you are like, I wonder how I can adjust a speech to work for the demographics. Like, every audience is different. Suppose you've given a speech in a particular place, in a regional club, and you're giving the same speech. It is in English, but in your regional club, they understand the lingo of your region, but you're shifting the same thing into a multinational club. What happens is you have to completely change it. The humor might not strike as upfront as it struck in when you gave it in a regional club. So that enters into the wonder segment. So you can write, like the first point was, I wonder how I can adjust a speech according to the demographics. The second point could be that, how can I use the words or the punchlines that I used in my language in English? So that could be the other one. So humor is all about how close you are to your native. So these are the wonder thing that you're going to put in here. Okay. And then the competencies come in here. You have to read the competencies to understand your project better. Then you move on to the next part. Everything is written here, the impromptu speech, so on and so forth. Ultimately, I'll just take you all to the place where it says complete your assignment. So you're understanding what the purpose of your project is. This is a self-study tour. You have to do every slide that is given here. There's no exceptional, there's no any alternative way of achieving this. So it also tells you everything, like the first speech, how long it will be, the second speech, how long it will be, and so on and so forth. Now, your evaluation also, you can try to understand if your evaluator gives you 5 in a particular segment like voice modulation, that means it's been a very exemplary voice modulation attempt. So in that manner, you can also assess yourself where you want to, what kind of targets you want to achieve from your speech. Now, so this is after you've completed your speech, you know, you wonder, and you've learned. Now you have to keep adding what you have learned. Okay, you have to keep adding. You need to do this writing thing, because that develops your writing skills and also your thinking skills. The more and more you do this, the more introspection about yourself is happening. So please don't skip writing or typing about feedback about yourself. All right, so this is where you add all that stuff. Now, this is a very interesting thing, but maybe one of you can tell me why it is sitting in complete your assignment. It could have been sitting somewhere before we have completed the assignment, because this is a speech log. So suppose I'm going to give a particular speech, like let's say graduation toast or whatever is the speech title, and I select the speech is going to be on 15th of November. I am a part of 3 clubs, so I could just make it as a particular club. And then I select my evaluator if he belongs to the same club as mine. And then I send him the evaluation form right away. Understand one thing, all the members' email IDs are there in the database of the Club Central. So the moment you don't have to type in the email of that person, because the moment I've selected, let's say I've selected Toastmaster Jishan here. So the moment I select this name, it automatically picks up from the database his email ID and sends him an email saying that so-and-so person is you are selected as an evaluator for so-and-so person, and the evaluation source is here. So please click here. So after you do this particular job, you have to save an email. Now we've done one of these attempts, and I'm just going to share how it looks like. Okay, this was another evaluation, but if you can see here, this is how it comes. So this was sent to AD Paramjit Singh ji by Toastmaster Rosalinda. And you can see that, he will get a mail saying this. So all he needs to do is from his mail itself, he can directly go into the digital evaluation form and start to fill things here. Okay, it's an expired request. Okay. So it cannot be an expired request. It needs to be on time for you to fill in, or you take the evaluation resource and put in there. So we'll just go back here, and then you select this and probably, send it across. What I will do is I'll select New Start and send it to Prasad. So he can send us, he can share what he has got. So to him, I'm going to send, this is a speech which is got to do with humor. Okay, I'll just put this as this, and then I am going to ask him, dear Toastmaster Prasad, I will be attempting happy to have you as my evaluator. Okay, and then I save an email to him. So this goes to him. Probably if Prasad has got the time, he can just look into it. It's a success. It tells you that it has reached his inbox, and then Prasad can directly log in, and probably he could share a screen also later from his email to show us what it is. Now, once you are done with this entire process that's happening here on the left side, you come to complete your project. And then before you move on, you are supposed to, you can just look into all these things. And before you move on, you're supposed to move on to the next project. You're supposed to click on complete my project. And once you do that, that's when I'm not doing it here. That's when this particular project is termed as completed. And all the projects, when they are completed, that is when you submit your level to the particular club. If you are a member of one club, fine, it doesn't ask you much, but you can actually select the club to which you want to give your particular level and ask for approval. Now, having said that, once this is done, whenever you want to go back, you just have to click on this particular thing here, Toastmasters Pathways logo, and you can come in here. Okay. So I hope you all are clear with the navigation that is needed before and after you complete a project. If it is not clear, this video is going to be available. You can always look into this Also, Toastmasters.org has come up with a very crisp video, which is very helpful. Now, having said that, if I'm a Basecamp manager, I will be getting, okay, I have not sent anything here. I will send it in a short while. Suppose I have, after I've completed my path, I can go to the next section, which is called achievements, and look at what all badges I have earned. Now, what am I going to do with these badges? Well, I'm going to just click on this and say share badge. You can share it on LinkedIn because if LinkedIn has got a lot of Toastmasters friends over there, they would obviously applaud you for this, or on your Facebook as well. So you could just copy the link and put it on whichever is your platform, Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn. Okay, so that's one part of it. And speech logs, like I've just sent a speech log. I mean, you have to log in all the speeches with the details. You can see it here. It's coming here. Whenever you log in over there, all the details will start coming in here. Okay. Now, I don't have any feedback batches, but you can always request for feedback. I'm going in there now. So as a member, you can request. As an evaluator also, you can do a feedback. So let's take the member feedback first. Okay. Now I'm in the member feedback tag, and I'm going to, if I want to give feedback to somebody, I click on this. I click on a particular club. I select a particular person. And then, sorry, one second. I select a particular person. And I write the feedback. Okay. I talk about how the speech was, etc., etc., etc. Apart from that, I can also commend them for any of these adjectives, using any of these adjectives. If they've done a teamwork, I can see you've been very collaborative. So this can again be, shared on your, it's visible to all the club members of the group, and it kind of adds more valor, more what do you say, dynamism to your stand in Toastmasters. Yeah. So that's the feedback part from a member to another member. But if you're into evaluation, again here, a speaker can always share. If you look at the sign icon over here, there's a share icon here. If you look at the evaluator, there's a pen icon. So suppose I'm an evaluator, I click on the pen. Okay, and I'm entering the speaker details and I'm selecting the member. Okay, so suppose I'm just entering an ode to victory or whatever, and then I select a particular club and I select a member and I select the speech date. Okay, and I say continue. Okay, so the member name has come in here, the date has come in here. I am the evaluator, the speech title was this, and I'm going to sit here and type everything. Everything is digital. And then I share the evaluation. It automatically goes to the member or to the speaker whom I've selected over here. Can it get any more easier? I don't know. So this is how it is. Like suppose you attended a meeting, you've been an evaluator, and you've taken notes, you've given your evaluation, but you want to send the evaluation form in a very professional manner. Of late, I've noticed that people don't send filled evaluations anymore. They just do it in the club. But if you can send an evaluation form, this is going to be a wealth for the speaker when he or she revisits the lower level, evaluations and see how they have progressed as they move to the higher levels. So understand this. You can directly do this. You'll be doing a great favor to any speaker, low or high. Okay, so this is when you are a evaluator. Now, suppose you are a speaker. Okay, what do you do when you're a speaker? You just click on the share button. Again, you enter your speech title. And then you enter the club. You enter this the name of the evaluator, and if the evaluator belongs to your club. This is one thing which is still, I think they're going to work on it because it's a huge database. External members cannot be taken as role players into your Basecamp. As of now, the model is not supporting members who are not a part of your Toastmasters, who are not a part of your club. Okay, so again here, you're selecting the date, and then you're requesting, please provide feedback on my recent speech. This is what a member is sending to his evaluator. Okay, so whenever there is a share button, as soon as you have selected a particular speech, please do the favor of sending, if the person is from if the evaluator is from your club, please come into Basecamp and do this small duty so that you will be saving your vice president education of hell a lot of work. Okay, once this reaches your evaluator, and you can actually put in a lot over here, like your previous evaluation, what was the feedback, you can put in that as well. And you can talk about what exactly you want your evaluator to focus on when you're speaking. Is it objectives? Is it delivery? Is it the content? You can tell him specifically in your request description over here. I request you to please focus on this, because earlier I was not very confident. Am I meeting the audience's eye? Okay, so this is something which you can put in here and send it across. So your evaluator will do a more genuine work. Okay, and then you send it. It goes in the form of a notification. It also goes in the form of mail, but you'll get the notifications here. So whenever you submit something, even a member gets notification when he gets something from the evaluator. All right. So this is about the feedback part. It's an excellent segment of the new Basecamp. Then we move to resources. Resources here is again about the entire evaluation forms. That's like 38 projects or 90, 38, including all the electives. So how am I going to get to that point or get to that particular evaluation form? Am I going to go on browsing like this, or is there a better way? There are better ways, like, not these filters, but you could look at evaluation resources, and still you'll get all the evaluation forms. Subcategories are there: level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. And because you are a member, you have logged in, it will only show the evaluation forms of your path. Okay, not all the paths in the world in Basecamp, only your path, the selected path, and levels and the different levels in it. So English is something which we are all using, so you can just always tick mark it so that you don't have too much to browse. And if you just want the level 1, so these are the level 1. This is for all the level 1 project evaluation forms. Okay, so this is one way. The other way is to use a search button in case you want a particular thing called inspire your audience. You can just click over here, and it will again take you to a particular it will tell you about which particular file that you are in lookout for. And in case it's an evaluation resource, you can view the file, and again from here also you can share it with your member. You can share it with your evaluator. All right. So the share button, the objective is to share your evaluation form with your evaluator. Understand that. So you can do it in n number of ways. You can do it by just going to resources and clicking on a particular thing over here. You can download it. You can favorite it, add it to your favorites, or you can share it directly from here with the evaluator who's a member of your club. The other way that you can do is you can go to feedback as a member, go to evaluation as a speaker. You're going to, again, you can share it from here as well. So if your objective is to share your evaluation form, there are so many ways in which you can do it. But if your objective is that you are the evaluator and you are sending your evaluation, you've completed it, you witnessed the person, the speaker in life, but now you've not given him or her anything in hand. So you want to send something as a memento of your entire evaluation. You come in here, you click on evaluation feedback, and then you click on the pen icon. That's next here. You select the person, you remember the speaker's title and speech title, select the person's club, select everything. This is again when you are a part of that club. If you're an external member, there's no way you can do this other than downloading the textable format and then filling everything as a PDF and sending it in an email or WhatsApp. All right. So in Basecamp, it is confined to only members of your club. And then that's the resources part of it. Now, quickly, let me take you all to the Basecamp manager. So all those XCOM members who are sitting in here, there's something called a Basecamp manager, right? So when you are the Basecamp manager, what is it that you can do? So as a Basecamp manager, this is your dashboard. Okay. When you are a Basecamp manager, you can see that all the messages, if there is a request that has happened, that request will come in here. If you can see on the bell icon, there's a small dot. So if there's a dot, as of now, it's not there. But if there is a dot, then I will have to click on it and then it will open up these things. Okay, it could be an approval, feedback, whatever. Okay, now once it comes in here, I can look at it, I can approve it, and I can also say, you did this well, but we are looking at you repeating this project because your evaluator said that. The Vice President Education or the ExCom member can also put in that over here. Now, these are the people who have sent me recently and I've approved them. So you can see that I have done the approval. Now, for a Basecamp manager, earlier there were some graphs and bar graphs and all that was happening in the Basecamp. Here, it's much more simpler. You just have to select the club and you can see the path completion and the levels in progress of every member out here. Okay, when was the last speech that they have done? Everything is very clear over here. Now, coming to paths in progress, again, I'll select the members. It will show me the path. So, Vice President Educations always have a doubt, where do we go to see which path they have selected? This is one-stop shop for all the Vice President Educations. So here you can come in and you can see the paths currently that are in progress for every particular member of your club. Can you see this? So it's just talking about every member. Clicking on this, you can actually go to that particular member's entire details also. The speech title. Now, from where will the speech title come? Only if you fill the speech log. If you don't fill the speech log, it's going to be like this. I've never filled because we didn't have this option earlier, right? And the completion date. So all that will come from the speech log only. And I'm telling you, it's a very good thing if you can actually do that because you'll have everything in record. All right. So you can click on, as a Basecamp manager can click on any particular member's link and you can see that you have n number of things that are coming up for you to understand. When did they complete? Level 1, this, level 1, that, level 1, so on and so forth. All right. Now, this is dependent on the submission from the member and not by anybody else. So if Kimberly enters all her details, I as a Basecamp manager can see it here. If Kimberly does not enter her details, when it comes to level and path, it's fine. Automatically it gets recorded because you have to choose that. But when it comes to a particular speech title or the completed date and all that, only the member can do the needful for that. Okay, recent activity again. Recently, I've approved 3 people's levels. So you can see that November 7, November 5th, October 28th. These are the recent ones. Okay, even October 20th, one more also. So you can see that these have been approved. Yeah, you can see that November 5th, somebody has submitted their level 1 completion and November 7th, I have approved it. So everything is as clear and crisp for a Basecamp manager. It is any of the 7 ExCom members over here. This is the notifications one, and this is your profile. From here also, you can actually go into checking the requests that have come to you. If there's no request, it will show no request. If there is a request, like please evaluate my speech or whatever, it will come in here. Okay. Now, Toastmasters is the original website where you can go. Profile will be in Basecamp, your profile. Here you can see, again, you have achievements, you have feedback. Okay. You can request feedback from here also. Now, you have introduction, interest, social media handles. Now, these things can be only changed in the toastmasters.org profile, edit profile over there. Okay, so it tells you here. You can click here, it will take you to the profile. But the rest of the things, every time you're taking up a meeting role, come here and, type in here. Okay, I'm doing the R counter role on the 15th of November. I save it. All right. So it comes in here. If you already completed it, you can put that as well here. This becomes your record. Okay. So that's about it. So far, so good. There's no fun, if you all don't practice it and we start to give you more than what is needed at this juncture. Once you all start doing this, there's so many things that you can come up with and we can brainstorm on that as and when needed. So with that, I think I have completed my part of training. If there's anything of concern, we can pick it up quickly. Otherwise, also, anytime we're all in touch, so we can, just brainstorm. Let us know how your experience on Basecamp is. It's a fresh new Basecamp. There's not many videos out there except for the one which has come from toastmasters.org. Yes, Sirisha, quickly.
Level completion certificates, are there no longer available, only badges?
Level completion certificates are still there. You have to submit your level, and as soon as you complete, you have to look into it. Is it there?
Recently, we approved a member's level, but she didn't get a certificate. That is what there is.
No, it is there. It is there.
It is there. Okay.
You, as a Basecamp manager, you yourself can go and download it. It's
Sure,
there.
sure. Okay.
Hi, Diti Manita.
Yeah, Hasni.
Just one question. If you are getting a feedback form from an external member, will we be able to upload it in our profile?
Well, there is something called, feedback in the form of papers. If you're getting, then please take a picture of it and upload it as a document in your thing. Yeah, you can actually do that kind of, how did I miss that out? You can actually, there's no way he can directly type into your profile. Okay, there's no way he can complete, he cannot do things like giving you feedback from here, because he needs to be a member of the club. If you see here from New Start Toastmasters, only the members of that club will be appearing here. So you can request, give feedback only to the members of the club. But if you are getting a feedback from somewhere else, let's say, then that can be in the form of paper or a text, which you can take a shot of and upload it as a document or a picture in your Basecamp. Quickly, anyone here who's done that? Including feedback, speech log.
I think Ananta, we can do it through this. I think feedback. I think we had to add. I think no, not here. I think from the learning board, there are something like resources you saw just now.
Yeah, Not
how it was there in that
resources.
old Basecamp where like we had a folder for that documents.
Yeah, it's
document
here.
folder. Yeah.
Yeah,
Here we can.
So you can upload up to 1 GB. So Husni, if somebody has given you a nice feedback in a piece of paper, take a picture shot of it and upload it as a file, as a picture. So what all can you upload? You can upload a doc file, MP4 file. So suppose somebody is giving you an audio evaluation, you can upload that as well over here in a WhatsApp. If they sent it to you, download that and upload it here. You can upload a PDF, a JPG, a PNG, SVG, PPT, PPTX. Maximum storage. Earlier, we didn't have this maximum storage, but now you have a maximum storage limit of 1 GB. So in case you have project speeches that you have written and you're traveling, suddenly you are going to Tbilisi and there is a nice Toastmasters club over there. So you want to go and give a speech over there, but you don't have your speech in hand. But if it is there in your my documents, you can quickly go through it and then go and give your speech over there. So, my documents is your storage or your locker for all your documents, for all your speeches. Instead of having them in your hard disk, have it on a server, which is, which you can handle or approach from any part of the world. So that's the beautiful part of Toastmasters servers. Yep, I think we're good at that. So mostly that will be a picture. They cannot directly give you a feedback.
Thank you.
So anyone else? I think we good to go then. Because anything else, only after you start using it, you get doubts, and then you can always send out a chat to any of us, and we should be able to get back to you.
Just one question, Ditya Manita. It has got nothing to do with what you have presented so far. There are some few members in our Toastmasters Club. Their pathways, like innovative planning, that has been moved out now. So how they are going to do their pathway completion?
See, whoever has already bought these paths, Toastmasters has been very benevolent. they can still access in this new format. They can access their entire path projects, the entire ones. So you don't have to worry. And the best part of it is there's no time limit as to up to when you should be completing it. So a lot of us, lot of people who have chosen from one of those 11 paths have still access to everything in this new format, and that's only visible to them. So if you want to use that, you cannot, if you're not chosen that path, but people who have chosen it can access it. So this is the beautiful part. At least they've given us that comfort.
Thank you.
Hi, DTM Anita. I just have one
Thanks, ma'am.
question.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. I just want to know is when you say that all the 7 members, all the XCOM members have access to the base camp and to approve or whatever. So if a member completes the relevant project, so does the member have to upload the completion of the project first, or can they ask the XCOM member to do it?
Okay, here the member has to do from A to Z. In the sense, he has to come there, browse about his assigned project, and put in his know and wonder, that segment. Okay, that's called the pre-assessment segment. And
Yeah.
then also give the speech in person, come back here again and put in his know and wonder
Yeah,
segment
like we
again
used to
and what
do
he has
in the old base, in the old.
earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. After that is done, I mean, that's not mandatory, but then you need to do it if you want to really see the improvement. After you do that, you kind of move to a segment which is called complete my project. Okay, it's called the completion of the project. So before you move on, there's the last segment. So before you move on, when you go there, there's something called completion, like you mark it as complete. Okay, so once you've done that, it's an automated process. Your people get to know that that project is completed. I can see that as a Basecamp manager, I will be able to see it in the progress, in the member level progress, member path progress, member project progress. So that's about it. So there's nothing like, unless a friend, a member of mine, I'm a Basecamp manager, my member is traveling and he or she wants me to, submit it. So I just take their credentials and submit it.
So
But only the
eventually,
member can do that.
sorry. So eventually, it still has only Basecamp manager to approve, not XCOM members, like was said earlier. Like the XCOM members
Basecamp
can also
managers,
approve.
yeah. The thing is, automatically, every XCOM member is a Basecamp manager for the Basecamp.
Ah, okay. So now that's what is changed to. Okay, so you can just call one of them and say, okay, please approve as Basecamp manager, blah blah, whatever.
See, the moment they send in for approval, all the Basecamp managers, all the XCOM members will get the notification, that dot.
Yeah.
Also, an email saying a member of yours has submitted. Earlier, it was the email was going only to the president, secretary, and the vice president of education. Now it goes to all the 7 of them. All the 7 of them will get the bell icon notification in the Basecamp.
Okay. Okay, got it. Another question, sorry, is on an external member who has come to the club to give a speech or to do an evaluation. Now, like you said, that for those people, we have to do paper-based. Like if a member of our club is evaluating a member who has come from outside to give a speech or vice versa, so it has to be paper-based, and then that person goes and records it as a document accordingly, right? Okay, fine.
Yeah, the
Okay,
second
great.
thing is you can still do it digitally, but not via the Basecamp. You can still type on the evaluation sheet as a PDF, but not via the Basecamp. You can't do it via the Basecamp because in the Basecamp, the option is only to select members of the club.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so we good? If you're good, then I'll just hand it back to Toastmaster Prasad. I think we could.
Thank you so much.
Back to our assistant. Yes, ma. Back.
Thank you so much, DTM Anita, for this much needed enlightening session on the new base camp. It really, I think it has been very much beneficial for all the attendees who are here. At least now they know from where to start. Thank you so much for all your time coming here and giving the session. And thanks to all the attendees who are here attending this session. And special thanks to our Toastmaster Ronald for supporting us as Sergeant at Arms. And without taking much time, I will just hand over the stage to our Division Director, Toastmaster Kaushik.
Thank you very much, Prasad. I completed 2.5 paths, I can say, but the presentation gave me at least 60% of the things which are new to me. It was definitely very, very enlightening, and thank you very much, Anita, for this timely session. It definitely helped everyone who attended today, whether he or she logged into the new base camp or not. 100% is going to be helping them. And thank you very much for arranging this, Prasad. And I can take feedback from Area Director Raja. Raja, any feedback? How do you like that?
Excellent, excellent. Lots of learning today. And I thank very much to DTM Anita Naidu and the whole team for this. And one of my personal experiences, what DTM Anita just said, the badge, what we are getting it from the Toastmasters. Recently, I shared in the LinkedIn, and I got lots of business from my LinkedIn connection. So I could connect my experience with what DTM Anita Naidu just, she taught to us. Thank you so much for everyone.
Thank you, Raja. And Sharmin, I can see you asked a lot of questions. So how do you like the session?
Well, it was a very great and informative session. Thank you, Anita, for being very kind to give us all of this knowledge. I know we can go on Basecamp and try to self-study and do all of it, but when we have somebody actually explaining it to us in the way you did, it was really great. And thank you, Division A, for conducting this session. Sadly, not many people have come in there, and I'm sure they're all going to bug you now. Please come to my club to do the session, and and that. Maybe I will also request you, but very good. Kudos to you for doing a fantastic session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sharmin. And Paramjit, you have any feedback about the session? I think he is in somewhere other meetings.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody liked that and got enough knowledge for this. As Sharmin told, you yourself can always go and check this Basecamp thing, but it will save a lot of time and fumbling if you got this kind of volunteering from DTM Anita and Prasad. Thank you very much.
Can you have one group photo?
We will definitely charge now if anybody asks for this session for any other club. I'm joking. Charge is that okay, you come to our clubs and join the meetings, and that is our charge. That's it. Thank you very much.
Can you have a group photo?
Of
All
course.
can on their camera. Yeah. More people? Can I just on the cameras? Okay. Fine. 3, 2, 1.
Great, Prasad. Thank you very much, Anita. And this kind of sessions will definitely be will be looked for in future as well. I know you are always volunteering in this, and we will definitely take the benefit of those. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so much,
Division Director.
everyone.
Thank you,
Take
Toastmaster
care.
Anita. We look forward to the level 2 of this one, yeah, sometime in the future.
Yeah.
After you come back with a lot of queries.
Yeah, thank
It
you
is
so
like
much.
once more.
Yeah, Linda.
So once more demand already started. So
Yeah.
Anita, be ready. So with the next of this.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
All of us will brainstorm. We'll have a nice brainstorming session then.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ma.
Sure,
Thank you,
sure.
everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Bye.
thank you. Bye.
Prasad, can you just stop the live?
Thank you.
Yeah, Anita?
The live, if you can just stop it.
Okay, 1 minute.